Good afternoon, traders. This is Tony D from the EasyMarkets dealing room in Sydney. Just an update for today. We do have the Chinese Yuan strengthening. This is helping out risk assets, and it's generally the biggest driver in the market right now. This is on optimism about what's happening over in what could happen between China and the US at this week's meetings. The date is a little less firm as to exactly when it's happening. We've heard that it is 22nd or 23rd. So sort of on the same time that the new tariffs are expected to be coming out. We'll see if the negotiations can delay those tariffs, or if there is some sort of exemptions given, something that could help the negotiations move along. That would be a good sign that they're going well. If tariffs are hardened and it looks like there's nothing constructive coming from this little meeting that's happening right now, then you might not see the current rally in both Aussie gold and Yuan continue for the whole week. It is an interesting week in the sense that while there's not much data, on Friday there's the Jackson Hole meeting of central bankers, and on midnight Sydney time on Friday night there is the speech from Powell. And if there's any sort of indication that he's open to changing monetary policy, this is one of the events where he could outline that. Now, what is the expected and potential return on that? Well, any sort of dovish tilt, any sort of door opening to delaying or being cautious or being slower than the market's currently expected for Fed rate hikes, well, given trade wars or slowdown or emerging market crises caused by, in some part, the US raising rates and the US dollar getting stronger, then you might see this market start to price out that dollar. Start to price out those rate hikes at a slower pace, and also start to sell the dollar. Now, the dollar's had an interesting weekly reversal last week and could be put in a short-term top. A lot of this is to do with the China announcements as well, because it's not just the Aussie and the gold that's doing quite well, it's also the euro and the pound that are reversing with it. So we've still got a little bit of room to test the pre-breakout levels at 95.40, but the market is on the front foot in terms of selling the US dollar in the last 48 hours, and we could see that continue. Now in the short term, what we'll be seeing is a 6.8 level in the yuan. If we look back here, this is the weekly on the dollar yuan, so huge rally in the market in the last 10 weeks. Same as the sell-off in gold, huge sell-off in the last 10 weeks. Very much oversold in both of these currency, so gold and yuan. So reversal is always on the cards, and now we've got a reason. That's really what's driving it. We have to see if we can break that daily upward trend, though. It's still holding so far. Got to break that 6.8 level, and then we can talk about more substantial downside projections. And that is really the be-all and end-all in terms of what's happening there. Now, Turkish lira had a big day on Friday, caused a little bit of a stir, a little bit of a spike in risk off trading at the start of Europe when it dropped another 10% on the ratings downgrades from Moody's and Fitch. Look, it stabilized a little bit, and it is a week's holiday in Turkey this week. Could be a much-needed circuit breaker there to stop the market going so aggressive on that pair, or focused on that pair, and it is potentially after the end of that week. As long as there's some sort of positive development, stability at this point is a positive development, you might see it fade from the background. Continuation of selling, though, would definitely start to cause a little bit of concern, because there could be low liquidity over there in this year, in the next couple of days. So it could be a pretty dangerous time for the lira. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. If you're trading during the European session, that's when you're seeing the big lira moves. Alright guys, if you want any chats about some of the other crosses in play, it's not all about just US dollar, then come through on the line below and call us. If you're not a member of the Easymarkets dealing room and you want to talk to a dealer about your trading, see how we can assist you, please call on the please sign up with the link below, and someone from the office will call you to assist you with opening your account.